Hi, this is Mike from the PlumbingSupply.com. In our previous video we were showing how to remove a wobbly toilet to fix it, and since we had the toilet out, we're going to show you how to change the angle stop, and since there's more room to change it now the toilet's out. Alright, first thing we're going to do is take off the flex line that was to it, and sometimes they're a little bit snug, but they shouldn't be too. They're only supposed to be hand tightened to start with, so they shouldn't be too snug. Once you get it loose, you should be able to just take it and hand tighten it, hand untighten it, and it's off. We're now ready to take off the angle stop. Now the problem is normally you want to get a wrench behind here and hold the pipe. Since there's not enough room to get another wrench on here, because you can't take this escutcheon off to get the angle stop off. So in this case, if we go to turn off, unscrew this angle stop off, it might grab the nipple, and the nipple might come out with it. If it does, we have to replace the nipple, put it back in, but we'll hope for the best and hopefully it doesn't come off. Okay, we're now ready to take off the angle stop, so we're going to apply pressure. Can't tell yet if we're just moving the angle stop or moving the pipe. Reposition it. The good news is the angle stop is coming off without the pipe. So alright, we're now ready to put PTFE tape on it, pipe thread tape, to seal the threads. What we're going to want to do is whenever you put pipe thread sealing tape on, you always want to start it and then go clockwise as you're looking at the end of the pipe. The reason for this is when you go to put on your fitting, it won't unthread the thread sealing tape. We're going to put about 4 or 5 on. May seem like a lot, but when you start tightening it down, it will really help seal it. We're now ready to put on the angle stop. In this case, we're using an angle stop that has a quarter turn valve, so it's just a simple on and off. You don't have to keep turning it to get it on or off, which is quarter turn valves are way better and they shut off positive every time. So get it started with hand tightened. You usually get about 3 threads hand tightened, and then we're going to go another 3 turns with a wrench. And there's 3 full turns. Ideally, when you thread on a fitting onto a pipe, the rule of thumb is it's 3 turns with hand tightening, then 3 turns with a pipe wrench or a wrench, and then you should have 3 threads showing. That's ideally. It doesn't always work out that way. This particular time it did, so it means the threading is all really pretty accurate, which doesn't always happen, but it's good that it happened in this case. We're ready to put the flex line on now, and we're going to wait until we put the toilet in, because we don't know the length we need from the valve to the fill valve on the toilet. So we wanted to make sure that we get the right size for that, so we decided to wait and put that on later. Now that we have the tank onto the bowl, now we're going to put the line in from between the angle stop and the fill valve. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take off the nut, because with the new flex line it already has a nut attached to it. Now in this case, a 12-inch one wouldn't quite reach, so we're going to use a 20-inch one so we know it will reach. You want to hand tighten it onto the plastic nut, and we're going to hand tighten onto the fill valve first. And again, just hand tighten it. You don't want to use a wrench on a plastic nut onto a plastic valve. Hand tighten is just fine. Alright, now we're going to attach this flex line to the angle stop. Now in this case, it's a metal nut that's going onto metal threads. So you want to just hand tighten it. Okay, now just after you have it hand tightened, we just want to tighten it a quarter turn more with a wrench, and that is all it needs. And it should be nice and snug. Now we're going to turn the water back on and see how we did. What we're going to want to do first is, since we've had the angle stop off and we replaced it and put a new one on, a lot of times junk will gather in to it. So we're going to take the top of this fill valve off. This one happens to be really easy, just a quarter turn. The lid pops off, and now we're going to turn the water back on slowly and flush it out. The reason I put my hand over it is if I don't, there's enough pressure in this line for the water to hit the ceiling. We're just going to let it flush out for a minute to get all the dirt out of it. Make sure it's all clean. Otherwise it will cause the fill valve to keep on running. Okay, now that that's been done, we turn it back off. Put the cap back on. Make sure there's no debris. Now we're filling it back up after we've flushed it out. When you're using a Fluid Master fill valve like this, when it's filling up, you want to hold it to float down until water gets over the top of it and fills the hole. And then light it up, and it'll work correctly from then on. You only have to do it the first time. You can see it's all put back together now. It's not rocking forward, sideways. The tank is snug and tight. Flushes and refills and no leaking. Hi, this is Mike Palmer from PlumbingSupply.com. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.